Most of us don't give our shoulders the daily movement they need to stay open, mobile, and healthy, and this is one of the main reasons why we see so many shoulder issues in today's society. We have evolved to throw and reach and climb and to move our shoulders through full ranges of motion, and we just don't do that enough anymore. I'm gonna show you 3 movements that are a staple in my daily shoulder health practice and why they are so important. Number 1 are tabletop scap circles. This is a movement where we take our shoulder blades through their full range of motion. Using the floor like this gives us a touch of added resistance, which allows us to access deeper ranges of motion compared to if we just did them standing up. This gets more blood flow and nutrients in and around the shoulders, but are still light enough for most of us to be able to do them every day, which is why these are so great. I want you to try and emphasize the 4 main motions of forward, then up, then back, and then down, and then trying to make this the most circular motion that you can. Try and get in 5 slow circles in each direction somewhere within your day. I'm doing this on my knuckles due to an injured wrist, so you can do this flat on your palms, or if both of those are uncomfortable, then you can drop down onto your forearms and draw the circles here. This can also be turned into an intense mobility drill by taking the knees off of the floor and doing the circles in a push-up position. Or you can find a comfortable in between, placing your hands on an elevated surface, slowly making your way closer and closer to the floor. Number 2 is a shoulder car. This is a movement where we take our shoulder through its full range of motion, which again is something that most of us rarely do anymore unless we're involved in a sport like dance or gymnastics. This one is vital to do every day because the longer you go without moving your shoulder in all directions, the more it will start to close up and lose its mobility. So in my opinion, this is the number 1 tool to maintain what you already have to stop yourself from going backwards. It also promotes blood flow to keep your shoulders healthy. We can start by bringing our arm across our body, slowly moving up to the face, then trying to drive that arm as far past our head as we can, and once we can't go back any further, allowing that arm to come out to the side, rotating that shoulder inwards, reaching back in towards our bodies, and once we come back to the hip, reversing that movement, so then driving that arm back, then out to the side, pulling that arm in towards our ear, and then coming back across that body again. Try and keep the rest of your body as still as possible and to only move from the shoulder. If you want the full breakdown on how to do shoulder cars, I've left a link in the description for you. To finish off, we have axial rotations, also known as wringers, and we have 2 variations, one with straight arms and one with bent arms. We start by externally rotating one shoulder while we internally rotate the other one. Hands stay in line with the shoulders as we rotate back and forth. For our bent arm variation, we're doing the same movement with our shoulders, but one fist drives down while the other fist drives back. Choose whichever one is most comfortable for you. What we're doing with both of these movements is isolating rotation of the shoulder. And the reason why this is important is because our shoulder is a ball and a socket joint, so rotation is the fundamental movement, which is why it's important to keep this up. If your shoulder loses the ability to rotate, it'll restrict other motions of the shoulder as well. So this is a great way to maintain rotation in your shoulder, which in turn maintains the health of your shoulder as well. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions and subscribe if you want to see more videos on mobility and physical longevity.